Hey guys, it's another experience I had last night. This one's pretty interesting, but freaked me out when it happened. So I go to bed last night, midnight, and Christ sticks me in a room because I'm being attacked by a priestess and her people when they're mad at me. So Christ usually sticks me in the illusion in a black room with a bed where I sleep. Until I fall asleep, then I'm free to do what I want because then no one can find me. Not even Christ if I'm not in his manger. Now, with that said, he built a room for me in St. Lucian with where I can sleep. So I go in there and sleep, and it's a high security wall room. People can't just get in, but my family, other spirits can see in. Okay, but getting in is different because I don't understand all the technology that goes into building walls, but they got that. I got another room where you can't see in. They want to keep an eye on me. Whatever. Anyway, last night I go to sleep in that new room. I fall into a dream. Starts off as a dream. I'm down here. Now I'm on level 3 in St. Lucian sleeping. But when I fall asleep, I went down to Earth in the astral Earth, 3 levels down. It's pretty high. Not really. I don't know how to say it. But anyway, I'm down there and I'm driving in a van. And my old boss from this reality is driving the van. But it's not actually her, it's someone else, a spirit on the other side. Or maybe it was her. Can't really tell. But usually it's not the person I'm seeing. My mind will make up the person I'm seeing in the dream that's a spirit. Or the spirit's fucking with me, giving me screen images. All that being said, I don't know the truth of that at this point. Doesn't matter, we're friends. She's driving me around in the van to go pick up things and do things. Next thing I know, I'm telling her to go to this place. So she drives across town, and I'm in a minivan with her. In this reality, the minivan was a delivery van that she owned for the job I worked for. So she's driving me around. I get out. She goes, I'll come pick you up later. I'm like, okay. I get out, and there's this old house, and I just walk right up to it like I know it. I don't. I don't know it. I've never been here. I walk in the door's unlocked, and it's a dive. Beer cans, partying, drinking, all that. Just a shithole of a house. So I open up the bedroom door, and I look around, and I can't see nothing. And so I walk around the side of the bed, and I find a girl laying there. So I go over, and I know who it is now. As soon as I see her, I feel it, and I know who she is. It was my friend from high school. Now I'm astral traveling. That was all I'm astral traveling. But I pick her up, and she's naked. I pick her up on her back, grab something, and throw it over top of her. Her clothes, I think. Throw it over top of her. Then it's just over her boobs. So just covering her boobs, give her some kind of dignity because she's in a shithole. And her lower torso is missing. Her legs, her right up to her, just under her ribs is gone. It's all meat hanging out. it's healed up a little bit, but there's still like guts hanging out, like intestines and shit. So I pick her up, and then I just start floating to Jesus. Jesus, I just internally know, well, go to Jesus. So I start going up to home, back up on 3. So I go up on 3, and I get to where my house is. And I go, Jesus, need some help, Jesus. And I wasn't panicking or anything. It was totally normal. And on the way up, she snuggles into me, and she wants to give me a BJ for helping her. And I'm like, nope. And I raise her up to my chest. And I go, nope, none of that. That's all I said. I was totally like non-emotional, weird. Anyway, I go, nope, none of that. And then she sort of cooed. She was, anyway, I don't fucking know. I go up to Jesus. I go up to my place. I'm outside. I think I'm in the illusion, but lower than Jesus. I go, Jesus Christ, where are you? I need some help here. And he goes, what the hell do you got? He says something like that. He goes, what the hell do you got? And I go, it's my friend from high school. She needs help. And so I go, take her. And he reaches out, and I give him to her. He goes, don't you worry, I'm Jesus Christ. And she just rolled over and snuggled into Christ. And then he says, well, it's about time I see you again. Stuff like that, you know. Where you been for so long? And he says stuff like that. And then I'm away. I wake up. At this point, I'm just starting to wake up in my bed, in reality. And I know internally, instinctively, what the hell's going on. Let me get through the rest of the story here. So he takes her, and he basically knows, just by looking at her, he knows details. And so all of a sudden, as he's talking to her, somebody else coming up from below. And he goes, no, Christ said, he goes, I go, she's Christian. And he goes, yep. And he goes, she's from a diocese. And I'm like, what the hell's a diocese? I looked it up on Google after, but I didn't know at the moment. Anyway, all of a sudden, as he explained, he goes, she's been abused. And he goes, she's been fed upon. Like that. And he looked at me and I go, I'll get my guns. And he goes, no. He goes, it's being taken care of. And I'm going, in my head, what the fuck do you mean? Rats were eating her? There was no one in the room. He goes, no, they were left before you got there. And he goes, I need to know why you went and got her. I go, she's my friend from fucking high school. What do you want? I ain't gonna leave her down there to be fed upon by rats. And he goes, so they weren't rats that were eating. I'm going, okay, I ain't arguing, whatever. And my kids are screaming. They can't believe this shit. But I'm like, well, he goes, do you know the abuse that she's been in? And I go, yeah, I know some, not all of it. She goes, she's been abused, self-abuse and abused. He goes, with drugs, sex, more sex than you've ever had. And I'm like, yeah, pretty much anything on earth has more sex than I've ever had. I was joking. Anyway, that's partially true. He tells me this. He goes, all of a sudden, somebody starts coming up from down below, comes up, and Jesus walks off and meets him. Jesus starts walking and talking. And I can hear a little talking, right? And all of a sudden I realize it's the head honcho from down below that's taking care of the girl. And I'm like, I just want to get my guns and shoot somebody. Right at this point, I'm waking up. And as soon as he said she's been fed upon, I'm like, you want me to get my guns? Because I'm going hunting. Because I want to shoot some demons, right? Or big rats or whatever the fuck has been eating her. Christ talks to her and says, do you want to be with Christ? She said, yeah, from what I heard. She said, yeah, I thought I was or something. But she was part of this diocese, Christian diocese down on earth. And anyway, I seen Christ hand her over to the guy. He took her back down. Now they already made plans that Christ would come in and help. Not the guy I'm with, but a different Christ will come down and help with this. He goes, he turned to me and he comes over to me. He goes, Rich, I want to know why the hell you went down there and helped her. And I go, she's my friend. I know her in high school. He goes, you heard her calling and you went to get help. And I go, well, I don't remember that, but yeah, sure, right? I'm awake talking to him, like I'm talking right now. And he goes, okay. He goes, I go, no. It's like we're talking, but we ain't even talking. We're just in each other's heads so good we don't have to even mouth. And I go, no, man, I never dated her. I never had sex with her, but I liked her. She was my friend until we got to high school. As soon as we got to high school, she turned into a totally different person. And that was the last I've ever seen of her. I went and saw her once in another town. I think it was London, where my boss did deliveries. So we set up a meet in London where my boss would go pick up organic vegetables at the market, and I sat and had a coffee and chatted with her. Other than that, I don't fucking know what's been going on in her life. And so that is the two realities. So he goes, okay, you go to bed. She's all right. She's gonna make it through. And he goes, and then they started saying she's this and that and everything. I go, hey, everybody gets into shit sooner or later. You'll be in the shit. They're like pissing on her, right? People. And I go, look it. When you're in the shit and you're down and out, you better hope to God somebody comes and picks your ass up and gives you to Jesus. And they all shut up. And Jesus goes, yep. More or less. He said, yep. And he goes, I'm just being a friend. I ain't fucking. She needed some help. She called for help. I went and got her, brought her here. And I don't know what the fucking guy was down there. He said he was a diocese guy. Christ said something like that. But I don't understand it until I looked it up right before this video. And it's a bishop of a territory, something like that. I went through the morning, went and got groceries, come back home, go back to bed for a couple hours. I go, hey, Jesus. And he goes, what? I go, you said she was fed upon. He goes, yeah. And I went, by what? How? What is? And he goes, what you picked up was her soul body from down below, just like your soul body. I go, okay. And he goes, that soul body was raped in the illusion, not in this world and the astral. We're talking about the astral here, the illusion. I go, everything's a fucking illusion. Just clarify. He goes, her soul body was raped. When they were done raping her, they ate her soul body, her skins. He goes, yeah. He goes, she ain't got long to be on the. She goes, she ain't got long to be in the illusion, which means she ain't got long to be on the earth. He goes, she's starting to leave. She's starting to separate. And I go, wait a minute. Do I have to get my shotguns? And he goes, no. It's not your problem. I go, it is. He goes, how do you see that? And I go, there's people eating her. They should be shot. And he goes, shut the fuck up, go to bed, more or less like that. I go, I want to go down and shoot somebody. I'll find them. I'll shoot them all. And he goes, it's not your issue. He goes, you did your part now. Just go out. We'll take care of the rest. I go, dude, is that a real thing? Is that a real thing? And he goes, yeah, Rich. That's nothing. He goes, that is nothing compared to what's out there. And I'm like, holy fuck. So you're telling me other spirits? He goes, yeah. They rape you, have sex with you, and they eat you, your soul. They eat the skins of your soul. I go, she go, you remember when you were cremated? I go, yeah. And he goes, you lost your skins? All her skins are going to grow back. They're just nasty right now. He goes, they're just nasty, ripped and torn and eaten. He goes, they're going to grow back. She'll be a beautiful girl again. But she's got to smarten the fuck up. He goes, but that's where I come in and help her out. But she's Mason. She goes, he said, every choice she made for sex was the wrong choice. And I go, yeah, I remember that. And she even told me some of her things she did. Anyway, that's pretty much it. And the reason I'm telling you this story is because that's what goes on. I just wanted to share with you because that's what goes on down in the shit. And it's not like she's a prostitute. Probably was, probably is. I have no idea. But I know she did the mailman, the milkman, the home hardware guy. And if she's ever needs something, well, you can have sex with her and get it. She'll get it. That type of thing. And plus she's on drugs. Fucking all kinds of drugs. When I was talking to her, she was on anxiety pills and meth. She got off the meth. Last I seen when I talked to her in London, or even online here. But that's how her soul's doing, and that's how she's doing. And when I knew her in public school, grade 4 to grade 7, we were buddies, just kids playing in the goddamn, having a good time. And then I went to high school with all my friends from public school. As soon as I got into high school, nobody talked to me. Nobody talked to me. All my friends I had 2 months before, none of them talked to me. And about the 4th day, I'm like, in the class, I'm going, what the fuck is wrong with you people? I'm down here, I'm on my fucking ghost. I go, you got little groups, hundreds of little fucking groups all over the goddamn place. And you don't fucking talk to me when I come and talk to you. Like I'm moving into your group. And what is that? They all got me. They didn't say nothing. They didn't even know what to say. Even the guys. I go, you're all fucking pathetic. These are my friends. Man, we'd eat pizza together, drink, have fun. All of us in public school. As soon as we get to high school, totally different ball game. Well, I never hanged out with any of them during the summer break. But as soon as I got into high school, I was a fucking write-off. And that's pretty much the way it stayed. Because I was so fucking pissed at them, I wouldn't do nothing for them. I didn't fit into any of the little fucking nerds. The nerds over here, the golf pro yuppie fucks, the jocko fucking cock rockers, whatever the fuck they're called. And the girls had, I don't even understand that shit. The girls had 10 little groups, but the guys I could understand. And I wasn't included in any of them. Then you had the dope smoking Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin fuckers. Then you had, and I didn't like them because all they did was smoke pot and tried to fight me. They always lost. You ever fight? I'm like a fucking jock. Well, this is what I was. I was a metalhead. Long hair, leather jacket, biker jacket, boots, fucking jeans, and I was pretty, and hair down on my fucking belly button. But my bangs were down on my fucking belly button. I used to roll my bangs and put them in my mouth. That's what I was. The Zeppelin fuckers all thought they were tough shit. They take me out into school and start pushing me around. Like, beat the fucking shit out of them all. Do you know stoners? Them Zeppelin, AC/DC, fucking Pink Floyd stoner guys? Are wimps. One fucking punch and they're just, smoke a joint. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man. You went through this all day trying to get me scared with your bullshit. You walk outside and I punch you once and you're fucking done? Come on, get them up. Break a fucking sweat, you pussy. Fuck. Anyway, that's where I was. The jocks were a little tougher because they're all sports heroes. So you didn't really want to fuck with them unless you had to. But they were too busy telling pot. They were selling all the pot. Especially the bigger guys with cars. They were selling the fucking weed and the hash and the oil and the fucking pills. So when the fucking cops came around, what are them guys called? The secret cops in school? What are they called? Narcs? Yeah. So when the narc came up and asked me, hey man, you got any weed? And I'm going, no man. I knew he was a fucking narc. I knew he's every fucking year they had a new bunch in there. Anyway, I'm like, no man. And he goes, you know who's got it? And I go, the jockos. The jock fuckers over there. See that fucking big, tall, dumb bastard looking motherfucker? Plays football? Yeah. He's your fucking dealer. I go, I don't know where fuck, I don't even know how to grow that shit. I don't know anybody. I don't know nothing. Get the fuck away from me. But I did point him out to the jock. Goddamn right. That son of a bitch. Then, yeah, so that's what it was like in high school for me. And I had to fight them all the little groups. The girls wouldn't talk to me because I was a scary looking dude. Whatever. Fuck. Not, there was the girls. I can't say that. Then there was they had the girls in the sort of like punk girls, sort of like punk and what's that other word they use? Emo, sort of emo punkish. They weren't totally dead and out. They're punk, more or less, some weird shit like that. I didn't even know. They liked me, and they're cool. So hey, they were more like me than anybody else. But there were none of my friends that I grew up in high school with this girl that I picked up her soul and brought it to Christ and went and got down here. She was one of the yuppie pretty girls. I mean, she was fucking beautiful and huge boobs. So she wouldn't even look at me. 1 year, grade 7, we were fucking buds. 2 months later, I'm a fucking write off as a human being. That was the attitude she was to me. All of them. But she was screwing the fucking jockos every goddamn night she could. Did the whole fucking jock gang. But I was a fucking write off. What the fuck is that? And now I go down at 54 fucking years old. I go down in the illusion, pick up her soul, because she's screaming help. I go down, pick her up, this fucking queen of the Nile. And she, to be innocent, we were innocent. She has a beautiful fucking heart. Beautiful, innocent heart when we were in public school. As soon as we got to fucking high school, that was it. Total bitch. What the fuck? Puberty. Puberty in high school. What the fuck happens in your head? What the fuck happens in your head? Unbelievable. Anyway, here I am, 53, 54 years old. Meth head, crack head, fucking anxiety pill popping, beauty queen, getting fed on by fucking pig men. And I couldn't even fucking deal with it. And Jesus confirmed it all. But you know what? When we were innocent playing in public school, soccer and fucking having fun, we were buds. All of us. Whole goddamn classroom. And the classroom over. We're all friends. I could talk to anybody freely. What the fuck is that? I understand it a little bit, but not really. I don't know. Crazy. But you know, from fucking grade 4 to high school to 50 years old, and now I'm still a fucking loser in your eyes, and I'm down there picking you up out of the shit and giving your soul to Christ to fucking take care of. And as for the bishop or the diocese guy, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? The only time you do something is when they take your fucking people away. When I come down and help, then you come up and find out what happened? Come on, man. Was he doing her? Was he fucking raping her? Spiritually? There were all spirits down there I was dealing with. Well, I wasn't dealing with shit. But I'm in the spirit world doing all this. He comes up from the spirit world, astral level. She's in the astral level. The fucking people that were eating her were from the astral. I want to go down there and shoot the whole fucking lot of them. Just fucking start with my fucking shotgun. Chris says, sit your fucking ass down, go to bed, shut up. You gotta talk about it, talk to me, but you ain't doing shit. And I'm fucking, yeah, you're probably right. Because I've had enough. I don't need another goddamn war down there. I'm still doing with Screwface down there. Anyway, Screwface, you're gonna have to find it if you want to know what happened with that guy. But I'm ending this video. And that was my night. Reason I made this, you know why. Later.